Don't bring your campaign to Outworld, have round one. Fight.
Hello everyone, this is Gaze Eternal and welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be doing something a bit different. I'm actually going to be going over what characters I'd like to see in the next Kombat Pack, such as the 3 guest characters and the 3 main Mortal Kombat characters. I actually prefer the Mortal Kombat characters myself. And getting to the last guest character on my list, you'll see what I mean. But without further ado, let's get into the list. So, up first, I have Jade. She's been mentioned by a bunch of characters in the intro dialogues already, and people have already been asking for her. So I would love to see her. I think she has a lot to offer with her glaive. No, Chameleon does a bunch of her moves, but that doesn't mean that she won't have a unique take on things with her glaive or her bow staff attacks. I think she has a lot of cool moves in 11 and in previous games that could be reimagined. I believe she was in Deadly Alliance or Deception, so they could maybe take a bunch of moves from those games and try and reinvent them, make them like look cooler, make them look better. And I just think she has a lot of like cool stuff that she can do. And it'll be so much more. I didn't enjoy playing her much in 11, but I'm sure I'll enjoy playing her a ton more in MK1 if she becomes a playable character. So I'd love to see her. For my first guest character, I have Harley Quinn. This is not my gameplay, by the way. But I would love to see Harley Quinn. I think she also has a ton that she can do. I know she had the hyenas in Injustice 2, but just the idea of having like a ton of bombs and like a big ass hammer, like mallet type deal thing, would be really cool. I know she uses guns, so I'm not a big fan of guns. If they maybe have a revolver or something, maybe that'd be cool. I'd like to see more of like a bat or a big ass hammer or something along the lines of that. And then, I mean, they can lean into like Suicide Squad-ish things, like she can do a heavy duty weapon like Deadshot's gun, or she can pull out something like Captain Boomerang's boomerang and use that for an attack, or you know, use something of the Joker's, or use another DC characters. That's also very possible, and I just think there's a ton to do. WB is already like doing a bunch of Harley Quinn stuff, so yeah, it'd be cool. And I ain't playing the new Kill the Justice League Suicide Squad. That game looks ass, so I'm not going near that. I want to stick to Mortal Kombat, and if they can add Harley Quinn to MK1, I would be super happy with that. I never really got a chance to play Injustice or any of those games, so I just think it would be really fun to play with her and figure out that kind of thing. I think she'd also fit in. She's quite violent. She has a tendency to be quite random, and she's not afraid to kill people or do like quite crazy acts. So I definitely want to see what they do with her in an MK1 game, and I think they'd nail it. I really do. I don't think there's been a missed Harley Quinn character in either of the Injustice games. It's just, yeah, Shame about the new Suicide Squad game, but we forget about that. We wiped that from our memories. But yeah, I think it would be really awesome to have her showcase her, because usually people also just focus on the Joker and focus on a lot of other characters, and she's been getting her shine recently, so I think it'd be really cool to give her that opportunity in MK1, because yeah, I think she's really cool.
Harley Quinn wins.
So my next character in the Mortal Kombat series has to be Noob Siabot. I am surprised they haven't actually added him already. I mean, there's not much to say. Bihan's in the game. They don't even have to keep him as Noob, but like, come on, like, Noob would be so cool to have in this game. As a Havoc main, I'd love to see Noob, because that's where Havoc came from, if you don't know. Havoc was originally an alternate design for Noob Siabot, and then yeah, he became his own character. He was definitely my favorite character in MK11, and I just think he has a ton of cool stuff he could do with his shadows, and I don't know, maybe he could have like a Kenshi situation where instead of pulling out like a puppet, he replaces his cameo for a bit with his own shadow and can do moves like that. Or I don't know, or he can just double up on moves. His shadow can copy cameo moves or something like that. I don't know. He'd be really cool. I know he had the sickle in the last game. I wasn't a huge fan of the sickle. It was cool, but I think his shadow moves, and if he can have some, I wouldn't mind if they gave him a weapon, but yeah, his shadow moves, and if he's just dark and cool and does crazy teleporty stuff and clone jutsu, crazy stuff, that'd be cool. For my next guest character, I think Doom Guy would be really cool. He's hella violent, he fits right in. He's like, just has so much opportunity for moves, like with the shoulder cannon. He can do the flamethrower, he can have his arm blade move, he can use the crucible, he can use, you know, all the various like weapons in the game, the rocket launchers, the shotguns, machine guns. You can like put up shields with that one gun. I know you can like shoot ballista bullets and blow things up, and like maybe you can do like a double jump. Maybe that's something they could do, that'd be cool. But yeah, I just think he has like a ton of opportunity, and he would fit right in with the gory nature of MK1. So my final Mortal Kombat character is actually Skarlet. I think she would be fantastic in MK1, especially with the way that the blood looks in Mortal Kombat 1. I just think that whatever they do with her, like in MK11, it was one of the selling features, how cool her blood physics and blood attacks looked. Her combos were, I mean, they weren't the most damaging, but they looked cool, and they were all blood based, and she like siphoned blood out of the enemy and out of herself and made weapons, and it was just really cool. It was such like a unique take on the character. She seemed much more like a oh goodness, excuse me. She seemed much more like a crafty hemomancer type of character, like, than in MK9. She was cool, don't get me wrong, but like in MK11 I think they nailed her character way more. I know some people are gonna complain because, you know, they show less skin, it's less slutty and all of that stuff, but like, yeah, I think they nailed it in MK11. They really got like such a cool take on the blood and the way things work and the way like everything looks and feels and the way she like manipulates it. I think would look even better in MK1. And if they add her, I would definitely pick her up as one of my side characters for sure, as I've said in previous videos, I'm never dropping Havoc, but yeah, it would be really cool to play with her and like check this, like the turning the blood into the scythe and then using that to make a spear. And she has a ton of like the blood whip thing and just making your heart beat out of your chest. Just really, really, really cool. I just think it would be so much cooler in MK1 because it's like more fun to play. It was very limited in MK11. So yeah, I think it would be really cool to have her. For my final slot, I actually don't know who to pick for a guest character. I've never really been a fan. I might pick them up or play them for a bit, but I'm actually gonna leave this one as like an interactive section. Who would you like to see as a guest character, as someone added to the game, as someone new, or someone who you think would fit in the Mortal Kombat universe? Maybe I'll do a video on that in the future, but for now I'll just interact with you in the comments. But yeah, I mean, Spawn was really, really cool. He was definitely one of my favorite guest characters, one of my favorites of all time. I thought Kratos back in MK9 back in the day was really cool as well. I was a kid, so I was heavy into God of War at the time. So yeah, I thought that one was really cool. I thought the Predator and Alien was really cool in MKX. So yeah, there's been a bunch. I know there's no returning characters. Like, I mean, there'll be, I doubt Spawn or Alien or Predator will be in MK1. But yeah, I mean, I really don't know. Maybe like a Kill Bill character, or I don't know. I really don't know. Like, I'm super stumped. I'm not really invested in like guest characters as much. I definitely prefer the Mortal Kombat characters. So if they could put a Mortal Kombat character in, like another one, damn, I don't know. I'd probably want Aaron Black. I think that'd be really cool. If we could get Aaron Black or like Kotal Khan or something like that, that'd be really awesome. But yeah, if we get some other random guest character, then this is what it is. It's just gonna be a crazy brutality. It is. Boom. Damn, that did like almost 45%. But yeah. That's all for this one. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a comment, like, subscribe, interact with me in the comment section. And until the next one, hope you enjoyed.